Welcome to another episode of Millennial Investing Explained. Here's today's question. What advice would you give to someone who didn't realize they wanted to be an entrepreneur until maybe they were a senior in college or even a few years into a corporate job?
I mean, everyone's infatuated with the headlines coming out about like entrepreneurs. Everyone sees Elon Musk and says, I want to be an entrepreneur. Like that not once crosses my mind. All I think about is there a problem? Can I solve it? Can I sell it? And can I build something around it? And then how do I get the resources to actually do it? And so someone listening right now, sitting in a corporate job, maybe you're a millennial, you just graduated, you have some debt and you're working at a great job at Citibank. Great. Stay there. What I would encourage you to do is always be increasing your optionality. What I mean by that is make sure whatever you're making at Citi or whatever your full-time job is, pay off obviously high interest debt, right? So if your student loan debt is whatever, 15, 16, 18, 19, maybe higher percent APRs, or credit card debt, 20, 25% APRs, pay that stuff off first. But then try and keep the delta between what you're making and what you're spending on fixed expenses, gas, shelter, things like that. Keep that as big as you can and start saving. And once you get to the point where you've got like 9 to 12 months of savings in your bank, meaning if you quit your job, you could survive with no extra income for 12 months. That 12 months is basically your time to go take a big risk and try and launch something new. And so that's what I would articulate to everyone in terms of being an entrepreneur. If you really want to own your own company and be an entrepreneur, there's nothing wrong with having a full-time job, creating a cushion, and then going out into the world looking for problems to launch in that 12-month period you bought yourself.
I agree completely with that. And I think that's where a lot of people, millennials specifically, get in trouble with entrepreneurship is they think that that's all they can do. If they have a corporate job and they start building a business, they're not a real entrepreneur. And I think that's not necessarily the right way to go about it. Like you said, you have that cushion and that can help you. And that reminds me of a Mark Cuban quote I listened to, and I think he might have said it on Shark Tank or another interview he did, but he said, work a job that pays you as much as possible, but requires the least amount of work. And while you're at that job, you can then use your free time to build your business on the side. And I think that's a great way for entrepreneurs, like you said, to start building their business.
Yeah, what actually usually happens is people are lazy and you start increasing your expenses with your income and you never build a cushion. So then you get locked into that job, right? That's actually what will happen in 99% of the people listening to this podcast. The 1% that escape that rat race will live with the delta where their expenses are lower. They're living less luxuriously. However, you're buying future freedom by doing that.
If you're working a corporate job and you're not saving anything, that's not helping you get towards building your business.
Exactly.
That's all for this episode of Millennial Investing Explained. Be sure to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, or subscribe to our YouTube channel to get even more free content.